Yo, what is up, Vlog Nation? It's your boy, Awais Wattoo, Wattoo Studios, and we back at it again with another tutorial video. If all has gone according to plan, this should be video number 2, uploaded exactly a week after the first one, and I'll leave a fingers crossed that's what's happening. So yeah, welcome back, guys. We're deep into turtleneck season, and for that's not relevant, but yeah, so I'm gonna just jump straight into it. For today's tutorial, we are gonna be that's a good question, shit. Which is on combining pictures in Lightroom. That's a bad way of explaining it. Basically, Lightroom has this panorama feature that lets you stitch pictures together as long as there's some overlap between them, and then create, well, panoramas. But that's too simple of an explanation to really give you the full girth of the ability of the panorama feature, because not only can you combine pictures horizontally, but also vertically, right? And then mix and match together as well. So say you want a really long picture, just snap a picture, then another one, and then stitch them together in Lightroom, which we'll do in a second. Or again, horizontal like a normal panorama, that's all good. What you can also do, this is a really cool tip, if you're only carrying one lens on you, like a prime lens. For example, I'm using an 85mm on the camera right now, but you want to get that wider picture, you know, really capture whatever it is you're trying to capture. Well, you can take a series of pictures. So say you want to get a square picture, you take 4 pictures, one here, one here, one here, one here, and then stitch them together in Lightroom, and then voila, you get a wider picture than you normally would if you simply took one picture, you know. And it's nice, you know, if you don't want to switch lenses, or if you're traveling light so you didn't pack as many lenses. It's a nice little trick. Sometimes it can take a while to process in Lightroom, and I have found sometimes the stitches aren't the best. Maybe that's more on me for how I took the pictures, but honestly, it is a really cool tip to have under your belt. So yeah, in Lightroom, let me show you guys real quick. Alrighty gang, it's Lightroom Awais here to show you the Lightroom side of things for this tutorial. I got my 3 pictures right here, 1, 2, 3, that we are going to be stitching together today. So I'm keeping it fairly simple for the purposes of this tutorial, but like I said, you can do as many as you like with a minimum of 2 pictures and a maximum of whatever. I believe the most I've done is 9 pictures, but I have seen people do 16. Actually, no, I've done more than 9. But regardless, also the more pictures you take, the higher resolution your final product will be as well. What I've done a couple times is purposely take pictures that I know I'm going to stitch together in Lightroom for clients, because I know they want to have it printed at the highest possible resolution. Sony a7 III takes very nice pictures as is, but sometimes you want to do the extra step for them. So you're gonna click on the first picture, then hold shift and click on the last picture, right click, go into photo merge right here, and click on panorama. You can also press Ctrl M for the keyboard shortcut, and then give Lightroom a second to process right here, and then there's the merged picture. So there are 2 different projections: spherical, cylindrical, perspective. You don't have to worry about the actual meaning behind each one. Spherical is more rounded, cylindrical is a bit wider. Perspective varies depending on the type of picture you're doing. I feel like it works better with vertical pictures than horizontal, but your own mileage may vary. You also have the boundary warp setting. It does as it says, it'll warp the edges and everything. So you can play around with these settings, see whichever one you like best between the 3 projection methods and the amount of boundary warp you want. And then down here you have an option called fill edges. So we have to set the boundary warp to 0 for this. So you see all this wide area because Lightroom's trying to make it as perfect of a square as possible. And you have 2 options in terms of filling that up. You can do fill edges. And what Lightroom basically does, this is a newer option actually, it takes the surrounding areas and, well, fills in the edges. So instead of having to crop, you can let Lightroom fill in the edges for you. The results will vary depending on the picture you're using. For this one, it's actually quite well done, if I do say so myself. So I do like that, but I will show you guys the auto crop option as well. It's very simple, it just crops out all the white parts. So for now, I'll go auto crop. And then there also has an option for auto settings. So this is the raw pictures as they were before. If you press auto settings, it'll just apply normal settings. We can take this, we'll take it for now actually. So after you click merge, you can edit the pictures to your liking as well, which is awesome, because sometimes you don't want to be stuck with like those raw pictures or have to edit them beforehand. And then the final setting here is the create stack. So what this basically will do is take the we'll take all the pictures that you used for the merge, and stack them together so that it doesn't take up as much room in your grid right here. I almost always have it checked on, but again, that's personal preference more than anything else. All right, once you're happy with the results, you can press merge, and then here it is. And again, go into develop settings and you can play around it however you like. I don't think I want to make it yellow. So yeah, you can do some really cool things with this, honestly, and sometimes you just want that wider shot, right? And again, you can combine 2 pictures, 3, 4, 6, 9, whatever. And I'm sure you guys can think of some really creative uses for this technique here. So yeah, if you enjoyed this tutorial, you know, do the thing, like the video, subscribe, heck, turn on the bell if you want to see the next time I upload a video. But again, guys, it's been your boy, Awais with Wattoo Studios, and I'll see you next video.